Hey guys, welcome back to the Vault Pro Scooters. We're doing another interview here on our infamous red couch. I'm Sean Cardwell, you already know that, but today got a very special guest, my man.
Warwick Beynon.
AKA
Wazzeh.
Yeah, you might know him as that sick, oh, what's on that pocket right there?
Oh, that bandana print.
What's that right behind your right shoulder right there?
Ooh,
that's looking good. So we're just gonna ask him some stuff about scootering and not scootering. You kind of know the drill here. But yeah, let's get into it. How old are you, my man?
I'm 22.
22, dang,
Yeah.
older than I thought. Sweet.
Yeah, everyone gets surprised with that, so.
Yeah, I would've guessed like 19. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's the baby face.
It is the baby face and the scootering. I mean, just not many of us are up in the
been
low
around for
20s.
so long, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, that leads me to my next one. How long have you been scootering?
I've been riding for probably give or take 10 years now.
10 years?
So I've been a part of the scene in Sydney for, I don't know, like the core part anyway, for as long as I can remember. I met Cody Donovan when he was in his peak kind of thing and leading the scene in Australia from being at one of my local parks. So ever since then, it was kind of just like addicted.
Heck yeah. How crazy is it watching it just explode over there?
Yeah, unreal, to be honest. Like from what I saw at the skate park, there was, you know, maybe 50 kids from my area that had scooters, were running yaks and like Razor Pros, and like I remember hitting my mum up every week like, Mum, I snapped another pro model, and she's like, not again. But you know, the scene and the evolution, like from joining Blunt, which is now Envy, to the way it is now even, is just crazy. Mind blowing.
In your opinion, what's the better name for the team, Blunt or Envy?
At first when it changed, I was real sour about it. Like I was all for Blunt, but I think it was just like anything, you're so used to something, change is always a bit of a mental battle. So I don't know, at the moment I'm pretty easy, but if I could change it back to Blunt, I'm pretty easy. Like
pretty easy.
I don't know, I'd go back to Blunt if I could, but I still like Envy. So
yeah, Envy's not a bad name, but I too was like, I like the Blunt at first. I mean, you got Nose Blunt, Blunt Grind,
exactly,
all that stuff.
And like, not many people really know where the name came from. So there is a story. So people often thought it was like related to like drugs or whatever, which is the complete opposite. It's actually the opposite of Razor. So when Dinny, the guy from Blunt, was making the brand, Razor wasn't really, you know, a core.
Still isn't.
Like, no, like it was more like a kid's toy. No offense, but it was, and he wanted to make something a bit more badass, a bit more like durable, whatever, and wanted to be the opposite of Razor. So the opposite of Razor being sharp is Blunt.
I actually really like that, and I have never heard that.
Yeah, heaps of people don't know that, so.
How many of those foldables did you break?
I'm gonna say over 100.
Over 100?
Yeah, easily. Like, if you know what Jammo step up is, it's in Cody's videos. It's like a quarter to flat Euro gap kind of thing.
Cement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is.
At Jamison Park Penrith, and I folded so many scooters up there. So.
That step up alone probably took 50 of them?
Yeah, at least.
Dang. So your parents were really stoked when you were like, hey, I'm gonna start riding these like Blunt scooters.
100%. When I started, there was no parts or anything. I got offered a deal from Dinny. It was kind of just like a, you know, blind stab in the dark, and took an opportunity. Back then, there wasn't many brands around even giving that opportunity. So I jumped on it real quick, and to see what it's turned out like now is just crazy. Never thought it would happen. So.
Definitely a good move there. So you joined when it was parts or nothing? He's just like, hey, I'm coming out with something.
There was talk of parts being made, but when I physically joined, there was no parts to show.
What was there? Nothing?
Nothing. There was like a digital drawing of the Mr. T bars, which now changed to Smith bars. They were called Mr. T's back in the day.
Hey.
There was them and candy bars, which like similar to reefers, but they were like different. No cutouts in the gussets or extrusions. So.
Did you have to run the trolley bars?
Yeah, back in the day, trolley bars was the thing. I remember we used to go to the shops, Cody Donovan, Rory Coe, Chris Hart and I, and we'd just go down there and quickly steal a couple of trolleys.
Yeah, so not everyone knows, especially here in the States. Explain to us what a trolley bar exactly is.
So back in the day, like you had the Razor extendable, what do you even call that? Not a head tube, but
the bar.
The bar, yeah, really.
The 5-piece bar.
At the top, you had the 2 plugs for your little phone
pull
grips.
the handles out.
Yeah, we used to pull those out, drill through the holes that were at the back, and go to the local shops and get like a trolley bar. There was one brand, it was Coles or Woolies, so you could find whatever one and they'd both fit. Slide it through, drill the holes, get your measurement, however wide you wanted your bars, and then perfect.
How wide were your trolley bars?
Oh, I can't remember. I remember when I started running 18, I thought that was massive, and everyone was like, oh man, he's running 18, but I think I was riding 16.
That was my first pair. As I sent the 18, it was like, whoa, I need to calm down. This is too much. So then did that mean if you had the crossbar drilled out, were you running the bandana around it, protect your hands?
Well, that's where it started. It was the bolts and the covering of the bolts. You know, we all just grabbed the bandana off some fabric.
And now it led way to this.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to see.
So is that where your love of bandana came from?
Pretty much. Like I used to wear one as well and stuff and think, oh, it's pretty, you know, swag. Yeah. But.
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the western suburbs of Sydney, a little town called Warick. There's not really much going on there at all. Like there's no train station or there's no McDonald's in the area, nothing like that.
No Maccas?
Yeah, like nothing. It's a pretty small town, but I guess it did good things for me.
Where do you live now?
I live in between the same town, same suburb with my mum. My dad lives in Queensland in Hervey Bay, so I try and go up and see him as often as I can, which to be honest is, you know, not that often because it's so far away. It's like, I think something like 14 to 16 hour drive or like 2 hour flight kind of thing. And it's a rural town kind of thing, so it's not like straight into a major city, so the flights are really expensive. But in between there and Camden, where my girlfriend lives mainly.
So when you're not scootering, what are you doing?
When I'm not scootering, making music, trying to make as much music as I can. Yeah, like I've been producing music for like 2 years now, so I've been DJing for I don't know, since I was like 16, so what's that, 6 years?
That's cool. Do you have a SoundCloud?
Yeah, I got SoundCloud. I'm pretty.
You're willing
sloppy.
to shout it out?
Yeah, for sure. It's just Wazzeh, like always. Everything's pretty much Wazzeh, so
there you go.
Jump on there. There'll be some new beats up soon. I'm trying to get into like more hip hop and stuff to make music for videos now.
What do you DJ under?
Same Wazzeh. It's just kept, like all my mates just called me that, so I've just kind of just used it for everything. Yeah, why not? I couldn't think of a better name anyway.
No. Do you know where that came from?
Wazzeh, yeah. So, like AZZA or ZZA, whatever you want to say. He's
ZZ.
Yeah, it's like a common abbreviation for a nickname in Australia. So like people call it, say like Shazza or whatever for you, like Sean
you
or
just
whatever.
add it to it?
Yeah, like it's just like an Aussie bogan thing. Like I got addicted, and then kids had trouble saying my name when I was younger. Like having you know a unique name like Warick kind of thing, it was a bit hard. People were like Warwick and stuff like that. And my mum was just like, oh, we'll just call you Wazzeh. And I was like, all right. So everyone just called me Wazzeh.
Wazzeh, not Wazzeh?
It was Wazzeh. And then the eh came later. When I was a teenager, I used to say eh in like every sentence. People were like, what are you doing this weekend? Like, oh, not that much. And then we're at Jammo one day and a couple of boys were like, oh, Wazzeh. And I was talking to someone and I was like, eh? And they're like, Wazzeh? And they were like, wait a minute, Wazzeh? And it just stuck from there.
There you go, man. So when you're out riding, are you more into like the flip tricks, the big showstoppers, or like tech right now?
Definitely not the showstoppers anymore. My body can't really keep up. When I was younger, like I loved it. I did one like a double backflip on live television in Australia and things like that. Yeah, like on the Today Show, which is like a morning show kind of thing. It was crazy. I got peer pressured. They said they were going to post it on like their Twitter, and if it got like however many retweets, I think it was MySpace, Facebook, whatever. Yeah. However many likes, retweets, whatever. Before it went live, I had to do it, and it was something like 2,000. So I was like, oh, that won't happen, and it went. Like happened in like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh god, my heart was racing.
Shoot.
I was like, oh shit.
Was it a good ramp?
Oh yeah, it's good. It was the only one I've ever done it out of, so I was pumped up. But it was fly out, so I was like, and there was no resi. There was only a foam pit, and the foam pit was shocking. So it's kind of like do one to the foam pit and just get revved up. But nah, these days just tech, chill, hang out with my mates.
So would you say the double backflip is your highlight trick?
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of kids have asked me, oh, what's the best trick you've ever done? I'd say that's probably the craziest trick I've ever done. And like for myself, I think that's the one that I felt, you know, like I've achieved the most with that trick. I've wanted it really
on
bad,
live TV.
And especially not being acrobatic as well. So like I'm so bad at backflip. Can't backflip on a trampoline still.
Can't backflip on a trampoline,
but double flip the scooter.
But you double flip the scooter. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. So since you've kind of cooled out in your riding, like what's some of your favorite tricks right now?
At the moment, I'm really loving like peg fives and like hang 10, you know, like double hang 5 thing. So that, just because it's unique, like not many people really do it. I find like individuality kind of thing is something that's gone astray in the sport. So to keep up doing the tricks that you do and not many other people's do is really important. So
if I look over there, do you have 2 front pegs on?
Yeah.
And no back pegs?
Everyone asks why I don't run back pegs.
So are you throwing hitchhikers?
Kind of, like I tried learning them. I got no John Reyes. Let's put that out.
No John Reyes? All right, John Reyes, you're still good. Watch out, he's coming for you.
Yeah, I took the back pegs off actually because one monster camp, I had like all park riders on camp. And like I could teach them grinds, but they weren't learning much, but they were all killing it on like the resi ramp that we just got at Monster. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a go. And I was trying like a kickless, and I sucked at kickless so bad. I was like, all right. And then some kid was like, oh, take your back pegs off, it'll make it heaps lighter. So I went inside, took my back pegs off. I did it first go on his scooter. I was like, what the hell, this is easy. Got mine, did it again. I'm like, yeah, this is sweet.
Yeah,
so
guess I'm taking my pegs
I've just
off.
left it off since then. But riding with Charles and Flavio the past few weeks and just seeing like the extra tricks and kind of combos you can do with those back pegs.
Yeah, they're
Probably
definitely
put them back
pushing
on
the
before I
limit.
leave the States.
Yeah,
So.
that's good. What is the favorite place you've traveled to through scootering?
I really do love California. Like I've just decided that either next year or the year after I'm going to come back for like a couple of months and just live the Cali life. But I think the best place or the craziest place is South Africa.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do there?
I went on tour with the Blunt Euro guys. So Charles,
that was a great
Flavio,
video.
Luca the filmer, Arnold and Loic, the guys behind Blunt Europe, and then Jesse from the States. So that was probably the most eye-opening. Like I never thought I'd go there kind of thing. So that's what's made it the best.
What about favorite contest?
Favorite contest?
So it could be either like you performed really well or just the contest was put together really well.
Yeah, I don't really know. There's been some crazy ones. I think.
Did you go to any of the music festival ones?
Yeah, like the Scoot Fest comps and stuff were crazy. I think I'd have to say they'd probably be my favourite when the ISA was held at the Scoot Fest, just purely because you know the best riders in the world were all there, just hanging out, and the vibe. People don't understand it, but like scooters are a big community. Like a lot of us really get along, kind of thing. There's no real beef between pro riders or anything like that. Like there is in other sports. So to get everyone together and hanging out, it's just crazy good vibe. So I love Scoot Fest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's the trick that you always wish you could do? Either back in the day, you almost had it, or currently now, what are you like pushing towards?
There's two. There's definitely two. I suck so bad at backlips. Like I would
Backlip slides?
I'd prefer to switch backlip. If you see my video, I switched backlip this 12 or 14 set, whatever it was for the ender. And I've wanted to do that for so long, but I would never in my wildest dreams
Just
backlip it. No.
You switch backlipped it?
I switched backlip to like first go, yeah, it was crazy. But
That's pretty mean.
well, not technically first go. I did it, and then there was a guy at the bottom, and I landed and like put my foot out, and my foot tweaked. I actually broke a bone in my foot.
And then got up and filmed it?
Yeah, well, there was so much adrenaline. I was like, oh my God, I just sent it. Like, I've thought about that trick for so long. Cody took me there in like 09 or 010 kind of thing, and I've like.
Is that that big white hand sterile that Cody,
Yeah,
Cody rides?
it's like chrome kind of thing, like chromoly or something like that. Yeah, so we went there as Red Brick. I've always called it Red Brick Rail, but it's called Cockle Bay.
What's the second trick then? You said there's two tricks. So that was
So
lip slide.
back lip and flare whips. Park
Flare
trick,
whips?
flare whips. I've never been able to figure it out. Like I've tried it so many times and just haven't got it, and it kind of like turned me off it because I got wrecked a few times.
I mean, I can't do it, but someone said flare double is easier.
Yeah, I've
it?
landed a flare double. I've never landed a flare whip.
All right, man. Did you have any childhood fears growing up? Anything like that?
Fears.
Like some kids are afraid of the dark.
Going upside down was something I was really scared of, and like roller coasters, I hated them.
Really?
Hated them. Then I started riding scooters, and I told myself like if I didn't learn to flip, I wasn't going to be able to progress. So I was like, that's it. Send it to the mattress at the local skate
Send it to
park.
the mattress.
That's
yeah,
all it was
the
at
struggle,
Jello, man.
dude.
It was mattress. And
Can
I
you
got
front flip?
I got bullied into it. Yeah, I can front flip.
You got bullied into it.
Yeah, Cody and they were like, do it right now. I'm like, oh. But that was
And
like
those are your
that was
idols,
pushing
man.
me.
They're
Yeah,
killing it.
that's what I mean. Whatever they
Yeah.
said, you did it. So.
Yeah. Cody, yep, I got it.
Yeah, the man.
For you. All right, last weird question, then we're pretty much done. Would you rather jump into a pool full of Jello or a pool full of pudding?
Oh, I like pudding, but I'm gonna say Jello, purely because I think it would be softer.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the liquidy one is just kind of like, I don't know, you just go straight through it. The Jello would kind of absorb
Would you go
some
belly
impact.
flop?
Oh, man,
You might not
You
break
want
the
me to belly
surface
flop? I'll
on
belly
a Jello?
flop. Yeah,
Let's see
I'll
it.
do it. Lisa slows
I
it
like
back
the
over.
video, and Wazzeh is gonna belly flop onto some Jello for you guys. Sweet. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Massive thank you to the guys behind MV Blunt Scooters. Over the years, the opportunities they've given me and stuff like that is just incredible, like coming here. Shout out to the TheVaultProScooters for hooking it up with this interview and everything else that we're doing today. It's, you know, I'm really appreciative for the shops in the US that I've seen that are working together and stuff like that. Like the other day we had that ride day at Chino. So to see that, it's good for the sport, you know what I mean? Like so many people are out there with a business mindset, and sure, like that's in the background, but if you do it for the right reasons and the community of scooters, it's a good thing.
That's what we're trying to do here, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring it all together.
Appreciate it. No, seriously, it's good. And then other than that, just big shout out to my mum, my dad, my brother, my family, Ray Warner for having me while I'm in the US, hooking it up over there. But you know, and everyone else that's coming out to ride. It's been such a good time so far. We've been here for a week or something like that. So
nice.
It's been best.
And
week.
then if our fans want to find out anything more about you, we're going to have the SoundCloud link. Say that one more time.
Yeah, so it's www.soundcloud.com/Wazzeh. So that's Wazzeh.
And then all the social media.
Yeah.
You know, on the Snapchat game. You want?
I'm on Snapchat. Yeah, Wazzeh.
Wazzeh.
It's all the
Instagram,
same.
Wazzeh,
Yeah, it's all the same. But
Facebook,
not Twitter.
Wazzeh.
Twitter's the only one that isn't.
You're not on Twitter, or it's
No,
not?
like I made one, and some geezers got at Wazzeh on Twitter.
So what are you?
I'm DJ Wazzeh on Twitter because I couldn't get it. I'm like, bro,
It's gone. Buy it from them.
what? No, that's the thing. I hit them up, but they haven't like posted anything in like years. So I'm waiting for that account to get deactivated. I'm gonna be on that.
All right, well, you guys have it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below what you thought about it. I mean, comment if you're an old school rider like us and you had to break foldable razors every day. All right, thanks for coming in, man.
Appreciate it. See you later.
It's a wrap.